watching The Bucket List with me, Beth Krista Wilson. As you can probably guess by my outfit, it's our Halloween special. So everything on tonight's show has a Halloween theme. So first up, it's time to head over to Armley Mills to meet the people behind Haunted Happenings. Well, first of all, let's talk about Haunted Happenings here at Armley Mills. In the first place, why did you decide this would be such a good location?
Armley Mills is commonly known in the ghost hunting world as the dark satanic mills of Armley. So just the word satanic makes you think there must be something going on here. And I've just heard that tap on the window again.
Yeah, well, tell the audience a bit about what we've been looking at before we started filming this interview.
As we came in, we noticed that this cord behind us was swinging. And there's no reason for it. That was the first thing we noticed. There's no wind, there's no reason for this to happen. But we've actually been asking it to do various things and it's been responding really well to us. Funnily, it's just started tapping as we're talking as well, almost like it's trying to get our attention. Okay. Really.
Is this the sort of thing that you do experience quite a lot? I know you do a lot in the cinema area and things have happened there that have been really spooky.
Yeah, in the cinema area in particular, we've had seats of the cinema coming down on their own. We've identified this as being a male spirit who's got a particular chair, particular seat, and if anybody tries to sit in it, he doesn't like it at all and will make his presence known. We've heard the piano keys going with the lid closed. We've seen shadows, shapes. We've actually put people in a cupboard in there. They've come out screaming. I mean, people actually pay to do this. They come out screaming their heads off, thinking that they've seen a dark figure in there with them or a face. So it is quite a sinister place to be sometimes. So we've brought you down to the cinema area where we can show you some of our experiments and some of the things that our guests are going to be doing at Halloween. It's what people try and do at home sometimes, or they'll do with their friends around a kitchen table, as well as things like Ouija boards. Armley Mills don't like to have Ouija boards here for lots of reasons, so we do just the glass moving. And I don't know if you want to come in, Paul, and just show us how we're going to move this glass, or try and see if a spirit can move this glass. And we get a lot of information about the location. If we can get that information through, which sounds quite a lot from a glass, but it's the energy behind it. And if you believe in this and it's working and everybody's trusting each other, it's really fascinating to watch, and it's a really good way of getting information, particularly if you can then Google it and find out if it's verified or not. But obviously we don't know who may be pushing it or who may not be pushing it. So that's the downside of it all. Other equipment that we use are things called a K2 or an EMF meter. Now K2 measures electromagnetic field. It's what electricians would use to find electricity wires in walls and things like that. But it's said to measure the presence of a spirit, in the energy of a spirit. Its default position is green. And what you can do is just place it away from you so you're not touching it. Turn all phones off, all electrical equipment off, and then you can try and communicate with the spirit by talking to this piece of equipment and asking it questions. Now it can go up to the level red, so you can ask it to go to red twice if it's male, once if it's female, whether it's a child, and again the same as the glass but with no hands-on stuff going on with it. Another thing that we use, it's making a lot of noise, is sensor equipment. So the more you are hands off, the better. So these sort of things are, no one's touching them, so we can put this in a different area of the room, put it in a completely other room, it doesn't matter, and we can ask the spirit to go towards the equipment, so they'll touch it and it will show us that they're there. Now obviously I'm physical, so do it that way, but I'm not touching anything. And you still get a similar response. It's picking up an energy field.
What's been the most memorable experience for you in your career so far?
Probably at Armley Mills. We took a TV crew to a TV cast, soap opera, Emmerdale, to the cinema area in particular, and they had the time of their lives. I mean, they're hooked now. Yeah. So to see people that have spent their lives being, you know, in drama, to see them actually facing really dramatic situations has been brilliant. From a spooky point of view, seeing the shape of a woman in my camera as I took a photo, and then her not being there, but actually being able to tell you what she looked like. And I'm still a skeptic. So, you know, I'm still waiting for that absolute categoric proof.
I have to ask, what got you into this profession? What got you into working on these events and, you know, ghost hunting in the first place?
Actually, about 10 years ago, I'm a qualified psychotherapist, and I had a client and I was waiting by a photocopier, and a fax came through offering a ghost hunt, a charity ghost hunt. So I thought, well, that sounds interesting, and I'll go to it. That's how it was born. Absolutely hooked from that day. Set up Haunted Happenings about a year later, and it's the biggest in the UK now by far. People are getting more and more interested all the time, and it's just growing and growing. We're actually in Europe now, in Transylvania, Romania, all places, Ireland. We're just growing and growing.